My obese parrot died today. It was a huge weight off my shoulders. Welcome to Shave&Butcher. New razor today, new in the den. This is a German razor from Solingen. It's hard to see the razor, so I'll put a video on a clip on. Put in a clip that I filmed outside. So this is, I'd say, a 6/8. It says 1A, 1A Silberstahl, so silver steel, which is a carbon steel. I think Garantie Solingen. The coolest thing is the engravements. Engravements, is that English? It says Solingen on the back, and it has the logo on the scales. This is probably, is there such a thing as 3/4 hollow? Because it's sort of a hollow razor, but I've seen hollower, so I'm going to call this 3/4 hollow. Quite heavy. It's quite a bit of steel, which is another. Well, the spine is thick. That's it, I guess. Okay, soap, new as well. Well, I have tried it once, but first time on camera. This is Talbot shaving. Oh, I'm so sorry about the lights in here. Talbot shaving Buttery Brook. I'm gonna whip that up with the synthetic brush from Frank Shaving. This is Mark Friendship Shavings Macy brush. Yeah, that's it, baby. So I've been watching a few videos today. I'm way behind. I'm not watching everybody's. Sorry guys. I do subscribe to a lot of channels, but I can't keep up. And I've convinced myself I'm not gonna try, because that just makes you stressed out and you don't enjoy it. So this is not a new soap. Sorry about the noise. There's not a lot left actually. I purchased this secondhand. This has been out for quite some time, but I wanted to try it. And Talbot Shaving is in Wisconsin, is it? Oh, it says on here. Yep, something Wisconsin. And either it's made up or it's true, but the maker talks about, that's probably plenty, talks about this place as a real place, Buttery Brook, where he would play as a kid, and the scents are inspired by that. So, you know, bike riding in the forest, playing baseball on the grass, swimming in the pool, that sort of thing. So it is, I've had one Talbot shaving soap before, Holland Glen. They're not entirely dissimilar. Both have a dirty, earthy scent. So this has, you know, it's when you sniff the soap in the jar, you get a citrusy feel. You know, you get bergamot, and then there's woodsy tones like pine and spruce. I think was pine and birch. I think the scent description said. Then you have ozone. I don't know what that smells like, but that sounds cool. When you beat oxygen the hell up, you get ozone. So O3. And then, you know, wet grass, dirt, that sort of scent, and that it really is a nice mixture. And it's not a it's not a flimsy soap, it's a serious soap in terms of scents. Makes you think, and I really love the backstory on the soap, especially if it's sort of not too made up. Well, this might be, but I buy it. You know, where you get an image of the scents, and you know, kids riding bicycles through the forest. You know, I can relate to that, which makes it cool. A really, really creamy soap. This is a tallow-based soap. I don't know which tallow, just says tallow, so I'm guessing it's beef. It likes quite a bit of water, quite a bit of drink. I was saying I watched some videos and then something happened. I don't know, I got sidetracked as usual. I watched Erik at, God, what is it called? Wet Shaving Adventures? I'll put a link. Erik Latta, anyway. One of the greatest teachers in the hobby. So he talks about, when you go to his channel, you can learn anything you want to learn about straight razor shaving. Anything, literally. So he talks about what to think about when buying your first straight razor. So I'll suggest you, if you're in the market for a new straight, check that out. Opinions are opinions, you know, so he has opinions. When he shows off different razors, he talks about size, he talks about grind, he talks about the nose and the point, and did you buy new, do you buy old? And a lot of the things he says make sense. He shows different things he likes, but he lands in, you know, the 6/8 razor, which is partly hollow, so very much like the razor I'm going to use today. 6/8, good size, doesn't have to be, it could be 5/8, it can be 7/8 as well. A full inch is quite a lot, so I wouldn't recommend that necessarily. That's quite a bit to handle. Also, if the blade is long, yeah, partially hollow. I mean, this one is pretty hollow. I think he says a quarter hollow is rather good, or a wedge. But wedges are cool. I'm not saying they're difficult to shave with, but I think the first experience should have some hollowness to it, because a wedge is pretty dead. If you know what you're doing, a wedge is really cool. But in terms of learning how to shave, I would, annoying. Poor lights, poor sound, really shit. Look at that, look at that. Wow. Really a very, very high caliber soap. I'm not sure I got the right moisture content. Let's see. If it's too dry, it's too dry. If it's too wet, it's going to disintegrate a bit. I think this, at least the one I had before, needed a little bit of dialing in, which we've done, of course, but with more analysis. It's great to have a pretty heavy razor to the face. I love the spine. You can't see properly. It's my best spine. Yeah, I think I got it just the way I wanted it. Doesn't run, but it does come off the razor with gravity, so yeah, I guess it runs. So check out Erik, Adventures in Wet Shaving. I think it is. The link will be downstairs. And then I just watched Matti Lindholm. He did one of his drunken shaves, which he does with some regularity. And they're always fun to watch. So he was quite drunk. I mean, quite. But he manages to both have a conversation, which, at least isn't more off the charts than usual with Matti. And he does a proper shave with a straight. That tells you something, both about his ability to shave with a straight razor and how used he is to drinking alcohol. I think it's a combination. I'm not feeling the hands are with me 100%, so I'm going to take it a bit easy. But Talbot shaving, yeah, I should check them out more. I've never purchased a new soap. It is expensive to buy from the US, especially since where I live, we get hit with customs duties more often. Before it was occasionally, now it's almost all the time. So there's for anything you order, there's an $8 admin fee that the postal services in Sweden charge, which I guess is fair, for non-EU parcels. And then there's sales tax, which is 25%, and you pay the sales tax on the freight. Then you have customs duties, which I can't remember how much they are, but you end up paying, if you buy one soap, you end up paying double the price, including shipping. So if you buy a soap for 20 and there's 20 shipping, that's $40. You'll be paying 70 or so to get it, which is like crazy. Quite nice. The first pass feels good. Very slick soap, like most soaps. Yeah, should be a good second pass too. So I'm reading a book by Michael J. Fox. His latest. He's a good writer. I've never read anything he's written before, but he's like the PD poster boy. So I've never been a huge fan of his movies. I like them, but it's not like he's a favorite movie star or anything. But he's a good writer, and it's interesting. And he talks about driving in Bhutan, which is like China, Tibet, India, somewhere there, and on those mountainous, roads that go like this, and there's no fence, and there's like a 100-meter drop to your death, and you have trucks inches from the edge, so it's pretty scary. And he was quoting someone whose name I can't remember, who said, "Don't ever drive in a country where they believe in reincarnation." I thought that was funny. But I practice driving frequently with my son, who's 17, and you can pass your license when you're 18. He's a good driver. But you think about death just slightly more when he's driving than when I'm driving. He drives better than I do. I'm safer with him than on my own. It's more having someone else drive. I'm not used to that. It's very, very rare that I ride with someone else. and I'm a little bit uncomfortable with that. I prefer to drive myself. And I crash cars with some frequency, so it's an irrational idea. Razor's doing a really good job against the grain. I'm going to look good for hockey. Of course, hockey's on TV still. But there's my team playing. My team in the Swedish league is playing Frank Strömberg's team. So we'll see who wins. We've been a bit rubbish lately, but I think they have as well. So we'll see. But I've been trying to catch NHL games. Where I follow the Montreal Canadiens, who are doing well. And fortunately, I've had trouble sleeping, so I tend to wake up in the middle of the night, and there's usually a Canadian hockey game on. So good and bad, eh? But the difference in quality between NHL and any European league is so big. Wow. Huh. Over here it's like slow motion. Yeah, good. But you definitely can enjoy a game, even though the quality is not perfect. I mean, I used to love watching my kids play, and my daughter played until she was 19. And of course, very far from top league. But that doesn't mean it can't be enjoyable. If you're really cheering, there's something there. I don't know what that is, a spot, not a cut. I am a proficient shaver. I do cut myself, but that was not a cut. Yeah, so if you really cheer for one of the teams, which I do in the Swedish league, that's really enjoyable too. And I care much more about that than the NHL. The NHL is just so entertaining to watch. Those guys are so damn good, and you can tell they want to play, especially the teams that didn't make it to the playoffs or didn't come far. They really want to play and want to redeem themselves, if you will. Sorry. Yeah, speaking about ice, I fell the other day. Did I talk about that? Like 4 days ago. I started walking the dog late at night. It was dark, and I was sober. And it had been snowing, and then it was raining. So I thought the snow and ice was gone. I couldn't see anything, but there was a bit left. So polished ice, and with water on it. That's the slipperiest thing you can imagine. And I just fell to the side, fortunately. So I didn't hit my head, but I boom like this. So I landed on my hip and on my shoulder. Did we talk about this? Anyway, it still hurts like hell. I really don't want to get a new hip. Well, maybe I do, actually. But I don't want to go through the operation. But it makes you think, geez, how close to real damage I was. Scary, scary, scary. I'll be okay, nothing's broken, but you worry. And you lie there and you go, shit. And you feel nothing, and because the adrenaline is there, and it takes a bit of time before it hurts, and you go, ooh, this could be bad. How bad? Can I get up? And it was pouring down with rain. And it was late, but you know, you don't want your neighbors to see you. Oh, okay, he's on crack cocaine again. So, but I managed to get up. Scary. Got a cold water rinse down here. Lovely. That was great. That was a good shave. Really cool razor. And I really enjoy this soap. Stetson aftershave. Talbot shaving. I'll check them out a bit more and see what scents they have. And see if there are any to buy in Sweden, for example. Buy more secondhand. Because that is, you know, I don't think it's like disgusting to use a soap someone else has used. I clean them out. I rinse them for a long time under pretty warm water. I work a brush on them so I get the top layer out, and you know, that doesn't, and I'm not easily grossed out anyway. So new combo, which I don't use very often, but I kind of like it. I want to put a balm on because I'm outdoors quite a bit these days. So mixing Stetsons with Aqua Velva 5-in-1, which are two different sets of scents, definitely. That works pretty well. And you know, it's not a long lasting scent anyway, so experimental like this is a bit of fun. The Aqua Velva goes away very quickly. Stetson's there for a few hours. And there's a crash of scents, but it kind of works. So my wife noticed the other day, I thought, that's quite nice. And yeah, try it out if you want to. That's it, that was the shave. It's a good one, Talbot shaving. And did I say what the razor was called? I don't think I did. It's a Halfmann, so Halfmann in German, Halfmann with 2 N's. Beautiful. Beautiful little thing. Well, not so little either. Cool. Thanks for watching. We'll be back probably next time with another Australian soap, but probably with that nice Shave&Butcher razor from Matti. We'll see. Well, maybe not actually, but soap-wise, most likely. Or something different. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend, or at least a decent one, or at least survive it, if you will. Thank you for watching and stay sharp.